Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook, Chapter 11 Lucky Rabbit. Unlike Kang Yu, these 10 responded to the high-level water elements recruited by Su Wu, and obviously knew something about the existence of the Lord. After simply instructing the mission, Su Wu asked them to act alone to clean up the nearby monsters. With the space control as a guarantee, Su Wu is not worried that these Lord-level servants will be in danger. After finishing the chores, Su Wu turned his head and looked at Kang Yu not far away. After discovering that it was her own people who appeared in the territory, she kept standing in the same place, constantly poking at the rabbits she didn't know where she caught. Seemingly noticing Su Wu's gaze, she grabbed the rabbit's ear with her right hand and handed it to Su Wu. "Su Wu, I brought you something delicious. I said I'm not good." Before Su Wu could respond, an angry lowly voice suddenly appeared and retorted, "What's the matter with you guy? I'm a lucky rabbit. Do you know what a lucky rabbit is?" "I don't understand." Kang Yu shook her head. "Then why are you arresting me? You call yourself a rabbit." "Bullshit." The rabbit in Kang Yu's hand dangled constantly, trying to break free. "I said I was a lucky rabbit. What else could it be if it wasn't a rabbit? Su Wu said that if you see a rabbit, you can catch it and eat it as food." Quote. The struggling rabbit suddenly stopped and turned around stiffly to look at Su Wu next to him. "So you are the culprit." "I didn't lie to Kang Yu." Taking 2 steps back calmly, Su Wu explained, "Based on my food experience over the years, food made with rabbits is not too bad, such as barbecued rabbit legs, spicy soy-flavored rabbit, and spicy sauce. Rabbit head, char siu mountain rabbit meat, dried rabbit silk, stewed rabbit." "Stop for me." "Okay." Su Wu, who was almost playing, stopped reading the recipe, gave Kang Yu a look, and motioned her to let him go. Poof. Without the slightest preparation, the lucky rabbit fell directly to the ground in a 5-body posture. "What are you 2 demons trying to do?" Getting up from the ground, Lucky Rabbit, who had seen Kang Yu's power when he was caught, said angrily, "If you want to kill or slash with you, can you be happy?" Ignoring the other party's clamor, Su Wu asked Kang Yu beside her, "Where did you meet her?" "East of the territory." "East." Su Wu thought for a while, then looked at the lucky rabbit who was frying under his feet. Lucky rabbits generally only appear where there are treasures. Is there anything good there? Do you think I'll tell you? Quote. Kang Yu, please eat rabbit meat tonight. Stop. Can't you be a little patient? Lucky Rabbit jumped to Su Wu's waist, grabbed the hem of his clothes to stop him from speaking, and said, "You should know what the Lucky Rabbit represents, can't you show some respect to me?" "I'm sorry, I can't." Grabbing the neck of Lucky Rabbit, who was dangling constantly at the waist, Su Wu rubbed her ears twice and said, "You are not that important to me." Lucky Rabbit is a creature, it has been seen in the Encyclopedia of Monsters in Another World. Unlike ordinary monsters, lucky rabbits are among the few gentle monsters that can communicate, although there is no combat power. But when the lords see it, they usually find a way to recruit it into their territory to find more treasures for themselves. It's a pity that for Su Wu, who has awakened the divine choice, the importance of the lucky rabbit is obviously not that great. It's just a treasure, and he can make up for it by recruiting a few more awesome servants the next day. "You guy, you are really annoying." Finding that Su Wu really didn't seem to care about her, the lucky rabbit gritted her teeth and decided to use her last trick. "Even if it is the whereabouts of the upper 3rd level creature, don't you want it?" Su Wu was rubbing the rabbit's hand and put it back on the ground. A creature of the upper 3rd level, even if it is only its whereabouts, is considered to be the top level of information. "What are your conditions? It's not too difficult for you." Looking at Su Wu in front of him, Lucky Rabbit replied with a bit of annoyance, "I didn't come out this time to hunt for treasure. The current situation of my tribe is not very good, and it may be exterminated at any time. Just when I heard that there would be a new lord coming, I slipped out alone to see if I could find a reliable new lord to help." "Then you have found the right person." Su Wu tidied up his clothes and introduced himself. "The one standing in front of you is the first place in the new lord assessment in the Morning Forest area. Okay, you don't have to pretend there." After a short time together, she is now very impressed with Su Wu. Whisper softly when it's good, and talk violently when it's not good. It's so realistic. But, looking back at Kang Yu, who was standing behind her, after discovering that there was a trace of inexplicable longing in the other's eyes, she suddenly fell silent. This look was all too familiar to her. When she usually encounters some particularly rare carrots, her eyes are also like this. Anyway, you'd better let me join your territory first. Sacred choice triggered. Close black lens bracket. Chapter 12. Sacred choice triggered. Close black lens bracket. Option 1. Agree to the lucky rabbit to join the territory and get a lucky rabbit. Close black lens bracket. Option 2. Ignore the lucky rabbit's words, ask Kang Yu's opinion, and get a lucky rabbit and its treasures. Close black lens bracket. This option he will. Raising his head, Su Wu looked away from Lucky Rabbit and looked at Kang Yu, who seemed to be in a daze. Kang Yu, what do you think? Standing in the same place, Kang Yu was stunned for a moment, and then fell into deep thought. Like she said before, where she was born, there was nothing but ice cubes. In the past time, her daily life can be described as 2 points and 1 line. Sitting on an iceberg in a daze, looking for an iceberg with a different shape, sitting on an iceberg in a daze, looking for an iceberg with a different shape. Like the concept of food. Before being summoned, Kang Yu, who had no need to eat at all, was ignorant. Therefore, after Su Wu's previous introduction and the popular science of rabbit recipes, her current thinking is very simple. A little curious about the taste of rabbit meat. Lucky rabbit, she said it. The blue-haired female demon said it without hesitation. Staring at Kang Yu angrily, Lucky Rabbit shouted angrily, "What do you mean by this guy?" Quote. She tilted her head in confusion, and Kang Yu repeated, "I'm curious about the taste of rabbit meat." Hey, this is your subordinate, don't you care? Lucky Rabbit, who was so angry that the whole rabbit was about to explode, turned around, grabbed Su Wu's trouser legs and asked, "I joined your territory, which means that the treasures I have collected and the treasures I will find in the future are all lost. It's yours. Don't you have any idea at all? Cough, don't mind." After smoothing the fur of the fried rabbit, Su Wu explained, "Kang Yu is just joking. The first principle of our territory is to prohibit killing each other. As long as you join our territory, of course Kang Yu will not do anything to you. In other words, if you don't join, is it really possible to do it?" Lucky Rabbit, who had given up completely, sighed, slumped on the ground and said weakly, "I've given you so many benefits, but you don't give me any face at all, so angry. Maybe this is the end of no strength." Patting Lucky Rabbit's head, Su Wu comforted, "I feel very comfortable after experiencing this kind of arbitrary happiness. Okay, don't be mad at me." Using his claws to open Su Wu's sinful hand, Lucky Rabbit touched his belly, grabbed a ring out of nowhere and handed it to Su Wu. "Take this as a protection fee, and quickly pull me into your territory." In fact, it agrees with Su Wu's words. Without strength, he will only be bullied at will. Therefore, this time, Lucky Rabbit is fully prepared. If you want to find it, you must find the most powerful Rookie Lord. Not only must we solve the hidden dangers that threaten our tribe, but we must also keep our tribe free from hidden dangers. So, it wasn't that Kang Yu caught her, but that she took the initiative to lean over after seeing Kang Yu's strength. Of course, before leaning over, she never thought that she, as a legendary Lucky Rabbit, would be so unpopular. Touching the investigative glasses he was wearing, Lucky Rabbit sighed silently. This is her last baby. It was with this thing that she noticed the tip of the iceberg of Kang Yu's terrifying strength and the fact that she was Su Wu's attendant. The other side. After taking Lucky Rabbit's storage ring, Su Wu calmly checked the materials inside. There are 10 high-level energy stones containing 10,000 points of energy, 3 random teleportation scrolls, more than 10 kinds of spirit grass seeds, and dozens of first to third order equipment. In addition to this, there is a map with various markings on it. Good guy, as expected of a Lucky Rabbit, this small vault is really rich. Satisfied with putting on the storage ring, Su Wu stopped tossing the rabbit that had been hollowed out by himself. With a few clicks of his finger in the air, Su Wu sent a recruitment application to the Lucky Rabbit beside him. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations on your successful recruitment of a Lucky Rabbit. Close black lens bracket. The notification sound of successful recruitment came in the next second. Looking at the sad and vicissitudes of the rabbit, Su Wu bent down and poked the other person's soft belly. "Tell me about your situation. If you have something to say, just say it, don't do anything." Pushing off Su Wu's fingers with his hind legs, Lucky Rabbit jumped a few times to distance, and explained, "A group of strange monsters have appeared in the Dawn Forest recently. Compared to ordinary monsters, their intelligence is even lower, and they basically have no ability to think. Those strange monsters are powerful and like to kill, and they destroyed a lot of small tribes after they came to the Dawn Forest. Although it's just intuition, I feel that if I don't do something, I'm afraid my tribe is not far from destruction." Related factors were detected, and the regional mission, Strange Monster, was successfully unlocked. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Strange Monster. Close black lens bracket. Task level. Regional task. Task introduction. A group of strange monsters who like to kill appeared in the Dawn Forest. Please find out the reason for the appearance of the strange monsters. Close black lens bracket. Task reward. Sent according to the contribution of task completion. Close black lens bracket. Chapter 13. Hearing the prompt sound coming from his ear, Su Wu's eyes flashed with surprise. It actually triggered the regional mission. It seems that Lucky Rabbit is still a little conservative. If the regional quest can be triggered, it means that there are at least overlord monsters among the enemies. This level of monsters, let alone destroying some small tribes, even large tribes may not be able to resist the opponent's attack. "Hey, why did you suddenly stop talking?" Lucky Rabbit, who jumped on Su Wu's shoulder at some point, waved his claws, trying to attract Su Wu's attention. "You shouldn't regret it. I gave you all my collections. You think me too badly." Glancing at Lucky Rabbit, who seemed a little uneasy, Su Wu tried to soothe, "If you really want to eat it, it will be dead after you take out the storage ring." Lucky Rabbit, "I don't think I think too bad of you, I think too good of you. Can you take these first?" Ignoring Lucky Rabbit, who seemed stunned, Su Wu took out the 10 high-level energy stones he had just started, and handed them to Kang Yu. "You should improve your strength first. Don't you upgrade the territory first?" Kang Yu asked in confusion. "It's not a big problem. Anyway, this 10W energy point is considered unexpected income, and it does not affect the original plan." "Wait, I seem to be taking advantage of it." "I understand." Kang Yu nodded, took the energy stone and stood on the spot, and began to absorb the energy inside. Really want to absorb it now? Be quiet." Su Wu frowned and poked the rabbit on the shoulder. "Don't make a big noise, it will affect my thinking." Lucky Rabbit was a little unhappy, but those are 10 high-level energy stones. Even if it is an epic-level existence, it will take more than an hour to completely absorb it. With that time, why don't we go to my tribe first? What if they are in danger just a short while later? You don't have to worry about that. Regarding this rabbit who sent treasures from thousands of miles, Su Wu explained patiently, "You just joined the territory, and it is normal that you are not familiar with some things. I have given you the authority to control the space, you can just think about it for yourself later. Also, who told you that Kang Yu's rank is epic? Are those glasses on your head?" Lucky Rabbit. Sigma circle dot operator hollow down pointing triangle circle dot operator. Real or fake? The upper limit of her glasses identification is a king-level creature. Even if the level of the identified king-level creature was higher, she could not identify the complete information. But it is also for this reason. When she discovered Kang Yu's information, except for the 4 characters of Lord and Servant written in the identity column, when the rest were all question marks, she subconsciously thought that Kang Yu was an epic creature. After all, it is a miracle that an epic creature responds to the call of a new lord. As for legendary or even mythical creatures, it's not that she looks down on Su Wu. The biological span of the upper 3 is really too large. Not to mention the rookie lord. Even veteran lords, those legendary creatures generally ignore each other's recruitment. Su Wu, it's absorbed. However, Kang Yu's voice pulled Lucky Rabbit back to reality from the shock. Looking at the pile of power stone powder under the other's feet, Lucky Rabbit had to admit it. She had been in contact with Kang Yu in an unfamiliar state before, and it might be a miracle that she survived. Your mythical attendant Kang Yu successfully absorbed 10W energy points and raised his level to level 6. Close black lens bracket. Your myth level is to unlock new skills from Kang Yu, Ice Wings, Ice Mirror. Close black lens bracket. Wings of Ice. Wings formed from the ice on the back, speed up your movement speed, and can be used on nearby allies. Close black lens bracket. Ice reflector. Condenses the cold air to make an ice mirror, which is used to reflect the enemy's long-range attacks. Close black lens bracket. Due to the existence of Kang Yu, Lucky Rabbit's loyalty to you has been greatly increased. Close black lens bracket. Lucky Rabbit's loyalty plus 50. Close black lens bracket. Lucky Rabbit's loyalty has reached its full value. Close black lens bracket. Only 5 levels up. After reading Kang Yu's reminder to upgrade to level 6 again, Suwu felt that her head was a little big. In this void, there are generally 2 types of level up methods. One is to gradually improve their own power upgrades through battles. The other is to improve their own strength by absorbing the energy in the energy stone. In addition to these 2 methods, each race also has some ways to improve its own strength. An element family like Kang Yu, if they can stay in a suitable environment to absorb the corresponding elemental power, can also slowly increase their own strength, but the speed is relatively slow. Of course, new lords like Suwu who need rapid development in the early stage usually choose the method of rationally distributing power stones. While raising the level of the territory, the strength of the subordinates is rapidly increased. This is also the main reason why there are occasionally some new lord level and overlord level creatures who are willing to respond to the recruitment of new lords. After missing this opportunity, most of the new lords who have developed will choose to hoard energy stones. Wait until there is a chance to recruit Dao King level, or even epic level creatures in the future. However, these have little effect on Suwu. With the plug-in of the Sacred Choice, he is basically destined to follow the line of the national elite. Such things as energy stones cannot survive at all. Even Suwu didn't expect that a power stone with 10W energy could only raise Kang Yu by 5 levels. If you change to a lord level creature, I am afraid that it can be improved by dozens of levels. Mythical creatures are simply a bottomless pit. He couldn't imagine how many energy stones would be needed to raise Kang Yu to the full level. Chapter 14. Open black lens bracket. Kang Yu close black lens bracket. Grade. Myth. Level. Level 6. Occupation. Elemental warrior. Physique. 1300. Open black lens bracket. Spirit. 2000. Close black lens bracket. Talent. Queen of Ice SSS. The effect of ice spells is increased by 100 times, the consumption is reduced by 90%, the prerequisites for casting spells are cancelled, and spells can be activated instantly. Close black lens bracket. Loyalty. 100. Absolute loyalty. Skills. Ice Princess Rose, Ice Polar Aperture, Equipment Generation, Ice Wings, Ice Mirror. Close black lens bracket. After checking Kang Yu's upgraded attributes, Suwu's mood instantly improved. Physique 1300, Spirit 2000. If you calculate it on average, it will increase the total attribute by about 300 points per level. This needs to be replaced by a Lord level creature. Even if it is increased by 30 levels, it will only increase the total attribute by 600 points. Although the consumption is a little higher, in general, blood is earned. Nodding his head in satisfaction, Suwu said happily, "Since we're ready, let's go." "Is Suwu going too?" Kang Yu asked in confusion. "Well, I'm going to investigate." Suwu nodded. With the strength of Kang Yu, it is really not difficult to solve those monsters that may appear. But judging from the current quest introduction, there should be a root behind those strange monsters, and only by solving that root cause can you be rewarded for completing the quest. If you only let Kang Yu go there alone. Suwu felt that if the murderer didn't show up, he basically eliminated the possibility of completing the mission. And if I go over, I can directly pull the Lucky Rabbit tribe into the territory and let them transfer to this side through space teleportation. Speaking of which, what skills do the rabbits in your tribe have? Suwu asked the Lucky Rabbit beside him. Although the Lucky Rabbit is rare, its fighting ability is average. The tribe it manages, if nothing else, should be a rabbit tribe with little fighting power, otherwise it won't be able to become the leader of the Lucky Rabbit. "Don't worry, I won't eat rice." Waving his little paw, Lucky Rabbit replied calmly. All of them are small experts at planting vegetables, even if it is spirit grass, spirit fruit, etc., they can also help to plant them. Like the seeds I gave you just now, you can just wait for the harvest as long as you divide the land for them. Sounds good. Of course. Don't even look at whose rabbit. Don't be complacent, ready to go. Perceiving the coordinates of the east of the lower territory, Suwu activated the space teleportation skill. In the next second, the three people who were standing in the same place disappeared with a wave of space fluctuations. Just as Su Wu rushed to the rabbit tribe. The new lords located in all corners of the Dawn Forest also noticed the changes in the forest. Open black lens bracket regional channel close black lens bracket. Nianjurcho. FK. My 10 wind wolves were smashed by a strange monster. If I hadn't run fast, I almost fell there. Xinyue. Isn't that normal? There are cases of powerful monsters near the area where the new lord came. There are as many as you want. Nianjurcho. If it's just like this, of course I won't take it out and complain to you. Nianjurcho. I also found out after I ran back that there was an additional regional task in my task list, and the timing of its trigger was when I came into contact with that strange monster. It's a beautiful thing to chop down trees. The name of your regional mission, shouldn't it be called, Strange Monster? Nianjurcho. Yeah, how did you know? Could it be that? It's a beautiful thing to chop down a tree. Yes, it's that one. I'm also dried up. My face is not dark. It turns out that you also met, and I was the only one who touched it. You can also be the light. It's a coincidence, I met it too. Repeater. +1. Fat pigeon. +2. ... Wang Chang. Can you guys do it? So many people can't even beat a monster. Nianjurcho. But it's really powerful. It looks like a slime on the outside, but its combat power is much stronger than that of the big goblin. Fat pigeon. Slime. I remember that the monster seemed to be a small skeleton. My face is not dark. Isn't it a spider? It's all a mess. Wang Chang, who went out to hunt monsters, frowned when he saw the scene on the chat channel as if he was reporting the name of a dish. Slime, skeleton, spider. What's so powerful about this lowest level monster? I don't understand what's going on with these guys, but since the regional mission has been triggered, it's normal for the evil door. Forget it, the strange monster will come back and talk about it. The most urgent thing is to collect some energy stones first. Glancing at the contract in his private chat channel, Wang Chang felt a headache. Nima, this kid really dares to ask for a price. He has to find a way to gather more energy. Lord, what's wrong? Wang Chang turned around, looked at the centaur with wounds all over his body, and asked, have you encountered a rare monster? I don't know. The centaur, who was also a little confused, reported the truth. When we were exploring the surrounding terrain and cleaning up monsters, we encountered a strange goblin. That goblin was black and seemed to have no reason, but its strength was frightening. Captain and the others, when they found that their strength was not enough, they temporarily pulled the other party and sent me to report to the Lord. Black Goblin. Wang Chang was stunned for a moment, and soon remembered the news he just saw in the chat channel. A strange monster. Leaping onto the centaur next to him, Wang Chang gave an order. Let's go, let me see how strong the monster that those guys have blown away is. It's numb. I don't think I wrote anything strange. Why do I keep entering the small dark room? Chapter 15. In a corner of the Dawn Forest. This is your tribe. Passing through the trail that covered the entrance with bushes, Su Wu came to a small village surrounded by tall trees. The village is surrounded by wooden fences, which are coiled with sharp thorns. Not far from the village is a piece of reclaimed land. At a glance, the land is divided into 4 areas, and 4 new types of radishes that Su Wu has not seen or planted. After carefully looking around, and after confirming that nothing was missed, Su Wu's eyes were fixed on the few rabbits in front of him. She has a uniform Lolita body shape, 2 big ears that look good in the hand, and a fluffy ball behind her. Although not yet an adult. However, Su Wu, who has recited the Encyclopedia of Monsters in Another World, can confirm that these 8 loli are all rabbits of the orc race. Although you keep saying that your tribe is a small tribe, the total number of people is less than 10, which really surprises me. Click. In the past, there were still quite a few rabbits. Besides Su Wu, a pink loli bit the radish in her hand and replied, but the harvest has not been very good in recent years. In pursuit of a better life, the adult members of the rabbit clan responded to the recruitment of the lords of the other world and left here. How about you? Su Wu asked curiously, did you ever think about leaving before the strange monster appeared? Wouldn't I be dead if I left these idiots? Helplessly rolled his eyes. The lucky rabbit in human form pointed at the timid loli in front of him and said, those irresponsible guys are actually abandoning their powerless kin and bringing all those with combat power with them. The rabbit has gone to defect to other people. When I found these idiots, they were so hungry that they didn't even have the strength to stand up. So you still belong to the latecomers. Nodding thoughtfully, Su Wu stretched out his hand and touched the other person's big furry ears twice. Although I have always heard that the lucky rabbit has a friendly personality, I never thought it would be so kind. Quote, I told you not to touch it all the time, it's very itchy. Along the way, Lucky Rabbit, whose ears had been scratched by Su Wu several times, sighed, opened his palm again and said, hurry up and take them as your subjects, and then you can move your position by packing up your items. Already. Okay, do as you say. One is born, the second is cooked. With the previous experience of recruiting lucky rabbits as subjects, Su Wu took only a few seconds this time to accept all the rabbits present as his subjects. After temporarily opening the space control authority to these few rabbits with no combat power, Su Wu handed over the remaining trivial matters to Lucky Rabbit. Compared to him, the airborne lord, these timid rabbits obviously listened to her words. ... Click, click, click. After dealing with the rabbit clan, Su Wu turned to look at Kang Yu behind him. Ever since Lucky Rabbit took out a radish out of nowhere and ate it, Kang Yu asked the other party for a small bag of radishes and ate it the whole way. Looking at the other party who didn't seem to stop to think, Su Wu asked curiously, how does it taste? I don't know. Kang Yu shook her head. First time eating and it didn't feel bad. You'll be able to tell the difference by eating more in the future. Su Wu, who was immune to Kang Yu's character, looked around and replied, compared to radishes, as a carnivore, I would like to recommend all kinds of meat dishes to you. It's a pity that the current conditions do not allow it. It is estimated that I can only invite you to eat barbecue at night. Barbecue. Kang Yu's eyes lit up, and her voice, which is usually not fluctuating at all, rose slightly and said, I'm looking forward to it. Then just wait. Before coming to another world, Su Wu had learned all kinds of survival skills at Blue Star. Although the lack of seasoning will affect the taste, it is enough to let Kang Yu taste the taste. Su Wu, a special aura is approaching. Just as Su Wu was thinking about what kind of monster meat to use as food at night, Kang Yu's voice sounded aside. Is it those strange monsters that Lucky Rabbit said? I don't know, but the aura on it is very complicated. 5 minutes ago, at a distance of 6,000 meters to the south of this village, it met with a small team of centaurs. After a brief confrontation, the battlefield began to shift to this side. 2 minutes ago, at 4,300 meters south of the village, it met a human on a centaur and had a head-on conflict. After spending 30 seconds, it defeated the human and his attendants head-on, and chased him all the way to this side. Kang Yu raised her hand and pointed to the only entrance to this village. Judging from their speed and route, they are about 2 minutes away. Quote. Kang Yu, next time you perceive something similar, report it to me in advance. Glancing helplessly at Kang Yu who was still eating radishes, Su Wu continued, don't wait until you get close. Goo. After swallowing the last piece of radish, Kang Yu explained blankly, Su Wu told me before, not to report trivial matters. That's to keep you from reporting such a bizarre thing as eating a radish to him. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.